Hello everyone, Violet here, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of a home and bookshelf tour. So I've done some home tours before, so all of our stuff is exactly the same, but I'm showing you the layout of our current place. Now, we have lived here a little over a year now, but I was waiting to do this because right in that spot we were supposed to get a gas fireplace, and I have given up on that happening. It's just not gonna happen. So as you can see, we have almost like a studio setup here where it's like the kitchen area and then the living room is kind of like our bedroom. And the reason being, and there are kitties, the reason being that we've turned one of the bedrooms into a studio, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And to show you a bit more about our kitchen, so we've got a washer and dryer in there, and here it is. And through that door we have an incredible porch, which I'm sure I will show you at some point if we can get it together and make a porch garden. And up at the top of the cabinets we have our jars full of greens. We've got all of our cooking books and medical medium books. Oh, and I forgot to mention too that these are all my paintings that are on the walls. That one's not my painting, but it's called Atlantis. So yeah.
And you see
our bathroom's in there. So our place is 2 bedrooms, and 1 bedroom is Arthur's room, and the other room is that studio. And it's really fun. He's got, a lot of bookshelves and kind of spots for toys and this tent. And our house backs up to a hill going up with like foresty. You can see it back there. It's really nice to kind of live near that forest. He's got his car bed and a Waldorf kitchen, as well as very fun things we've had since the nursery, if you remember the nursery tour. So yeah, we love his room. All right, so here's the space that we use as a studio. Lars uses it for his music, and I use it for my streaming. So this is where I sit. And here's the desk where I stream. We've got all of the tarot decks here ready to go, all in a line. And that's where I sit my computer. The camera goes right there, and we have this gorgeous view of the river. So it is a little bit rainy today, but this is where I see boats going by and bald eagles fishing and all of that whenever I say that on stream. All right, so those are my tarot decks there, but over here, well, here's my altar. This is my main working altar. Here are my oracle decks, all on a shelf. And back here, this is kind of like the backdrop for streaming. So I've got my my screen thing back here, and I'll turn this on and it makes kind of like a little fireplace. And here's my fairy altar, which we have some gorgeous artwork by Misha and some gifts from friends and things I've collected and found. So that goes there. And I also want to show you my bookshelves because I have these right here. So let's take a look at the bookshelves. All right, so I've organized them very specifically by category. So this is basically this whole shelf here is my spiritual shelf. So I've got some witchy books here. These ones are especially connected to the divine feminine. So those are those. And then right here, I have stuff to do more so with folk magic and hunting spirits, fairies and angels right here. And down here I have kind of solid witchy books. We've got Wicca type books and yeah, specific to witchy stuff. And I've got my journals here. These are all the journals that I wrote in college, essentially. There might be 2 maybe that were from after college, but yeah, those are all my journals. And then here we've got some religious texts. We've got the Bible, non-commodity scriptures, Dead Sea Scrolls, Bhagavad Gita. Those are the ones that I have, and kind of moving up in mindfulness here. These are kind of more so my yoga, meditation books. All here, we've got a Zen book. And those are those. Then we have kind of more so like dreaming. We've got some Buddhism. We have like love, My Bright Abyss. So kind of like very spiritual, mindfulness kinds of books as well. And up here we get into some mythology and some fairy tales, which you'll see I've got more of that somewhere else. I've got my daily planners all right here. These are ones that I've filled up. And I've got my large like weekly planners here that are super filled up, and some other planners and journals. I've got morning pages. I'm currently working on Finding Water by Julia Cameron. So this is my next morning pages book that I'm gonna get into, which this is on our KDP. I made a bunch of like little journals just like that fit into these, I'll show you, one-handedly trying to get, I'll just set it down. They fit into these Erin Condren folios. So I have various journals that I made that I kind of put into those with different themes. Oh, and here are the handmade journals that I made, and rosaries. And under here is more stuff for Etsy. So I kind of like packaged stuff for Etsy right here. Okay, and then next I am trying to fill up this shelf, so it's totally not organized. Oh, what's all that stuff down there? I don't know. But this is gonna be the fiction shelf. So this is fiction I already had. Here's some stuff that I'm currently reading. We've got, you know, like the shelf of Sarah J. Maas plus like Fourth Wing stuff we've read in the book club. I found these fun knitting, like, what do I even say about these? Knitting murder mysteries. In a free library. And I think there are way more. I haven't started them, but I was like, I just have to have these for like, I don't know, a plane ride or something. So this is work in progress fiction shelf. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering about this is a dress mannequin for sewing. Like, I didn't even introduce her. She's just like standing there. So on this side needs organization. This is what I'm working on with my husband. This side, and these are like, you can see like two-sided bookshelves the way that we have it, because it sections off the space I work. But this is all stuff to do with anthroposophy. Although up here I have my fairy tale books, which also have to do with anthroposophy. Get into King Arthur and the Grail here as well. So we have a lot to organize with this. I was thinking about doing like a shelf organization video. I thought that might be kind of fun. All right, so this is my art shelf. So starting here, I have more so like businessy, art business, kind of in reference type books, going into Julia Cameron, the Artist's Way series, and then into books on writing. That is that sort of section there. I have all of my music books right here. And this is more so like sciencey, like nature books. Okay. And then here we have some more like performance art, installation art, kind of, you know, experimental theater. That's that section. Ooh, we have poetry here. And more theater underneath that. We've got more so like anthologies starting this out, and then going into more so like, is the word anthologies? I don't know, like sections of art history, so, but kind of like big books that contain a lot of like different things in them, art-wise. And then we've got some books on directing and acting technique. Underneath here, costume design. We've got some plays, and we've got a whole shelf of Shakespeare. Oh, and circling back around to art books, I have all art books right here. So that's most of the shelf, I think. Besides, here at the bottom, this is like games. So I've got my board game that I made, and card game, and all of that. So yeah, those are my bookshelves and my studio space and home. So I hope that you enjoyed. Oh, and I've got some yarn and kind of like fabric-y stuff up here. All right, so there it is. Thanks for watching.